we're going to move all the way to Serbia and talk about Pesma za Euroviziju 2024. Flip knows whether I actually pronounced that correctly or not, but I think I got away with it. Anyway, moving on. Serbia, 28 bloody entries over 2 nights. I mean, seriously, Serbia, what are you trying to do to the world? 28 entries, 16 finalists, 50-50 split, as per usual rules in Eurovision between televote and jury. I have to say there were some crackers in Serbia. If you haven't watched the Serbian national final, make sure you go and check out all their songs on YouTube. There is some phenomenal songs. There has to be a winner. There has to be 15 losers. Let's have a little look at the 15. Serbia haven't won since 2007, their debut year. Of course, they tend to qualify for the final, but they don't tend to do that well when it comes to the final. They've only finished in the top 10 3 times since 2007. Huge note from myself out to Zora last night. I thought that song was absolutely outstanding. Came second with the jury, fourth with the televote. I don't know what the televote were doing. It's a phenomenal song. Should have won for me. I thought it was just iconic moment. With the wig being taken off for those who haven't gone and watched it. Don't want to spoil too much if you haven't seen it, but that is a phenomenal entry, as is Constructors Part 2. Kind of feels a bit like a Part 2. I think it's a really, really cool song. And yeah, I don't know, how do I pronounce this? Brezvika with Gnezdo Orlova. There you go. That's my best Serbian. Eagle's Nest is a phenomenal song as well. All worthwhile going to have another listen to. Let's find out what the panel think. Let's go to Brendan first. Brendan, 16 songs. A final, I think, proves that you can make a final work with this many entries. There was something for everyone. Was there anything for you there?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a note that it almost rivals Croatia's level of quality. I think it was a fantastic overall show and shows that if they were hosting it, I think they'd do very good. I think the ones that stood out for me was Brezvika, as you were saying. I thought it was really good. I love the feathers, lovely strong voice, and obviously the different instruments. I just called it the Serbian bagpipes. I'm not sure what it was actually called, but it's a very sweet song and builds really well. I really wanted that one to win. Additionally, Zorjana, that was also very nice, a very good song. Builds lovely, and the staging was very clever. I really do love the Serb and Croat language, so I'd have loved one of the male ones to be a bit better, but none of them were any good.
Andy, musically, there was some stunning entries there last night. I mentioned the ones that I was particularly keen on. I thought Zora particularly was perhaps done a bit dirty in Serbia last night. But that's just a personal opinion. What worked for you?
Okay, well, just to go back to what Brendan said, I think the the men singing the traditional Serbian songs were a bit overshadowed by Zelko, who was the main singing guest, and he was phenomenal. It was lovely to see him, and to be reminded of, it's just such a shame he never won Eurovision, because those songs of his are just amazing. It was a really good selection of songs. I was surprised about the quality. If I'm honest, I've never watched a Serbian final in my life before. I wasn't really looking forward to it. I did it because I was invited on. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. The two songs that stood out for me most was The Girl That Rose Up in the Air. That was a lovely song, and what could have just been a little bit over the top really worked for me on that song. And the other song was Zova Milena, the girl that had the hat on. That was really cool. It was very sophisticated. I mean, it wouldn't have done anything at Eurovision because it was too lounge jazzy, really, I would think, for 21st century Eurovision. But I enjoyed quite a lot of the songs.
Thank you, Andy. Just a fun fact on Zelko, now you've mentioned him. Did you know, Andy, that song 5, Christina with Bedem, the song where she's catapulted into orbit at one stage, she is one of his backing singers. And I was surprised to find out that she just did so badly, actually. She got no points.
She looked too young to have been a backing singer for him.
She got 3 points with the jury and no points for the tally vote. And it was another stunning song. I was very surprised by that. But yeah, fun fact for you. No one cares really, but I just thought I'd add that in. Make some good songs last night. Which ones were for you?
I loved Zaina and Naibola. I thought that was a really good, energetic one. And I just, that was my favourite of the night. I like the boys, Kenin Naya, Murtav, Diamante, UFO, TV program outfits. That was nice, kind of rocky number. That was very good. I just felt a little bit sorry for the artists themselves because there was no live audience. They were just there in the studio. When we saw Croatia last week, the live audience gave it so much more. I mean, wonderful performances all round. But yeah, I think they deserved a live audience to perform to.
Agreed. Elena, good to see Constructor back on a Eurovision stage. It's nice to see that she couldn't be bothered to pick a different staging this year. But that said, phenomenal entry. Could have done better. Didn't do too badly. 4th is not a bad result. She came 3rd with the jury, 3rd with the televote. But because other songs peaked a bit higher in certain regard, she came 4th overall. Who were your highlights last night?
Oh, to be honest, there were so many artists. So yeah, and Constructor, I didn't like. It's for me, it was too similar on her previous act. I was like, you're just recycling your previous act. Like, that's very good for the environment, but would it work at Eurovision? I don't think so. So I think she ended up where she needed to be.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I can see the beauty of Constructor sending effectively the same staging because, like by the way, Vanya, you should be very proud of your selection last night. I actually thought it was a brilliant Eurovision national selection. It's how you do national selections. I think it's just interesting. It would have been really funny to see a similar staging performed in Malmo as it was just a couple of years ago. Tom, there's a lot of songs to digest here. 16 songs. There's some good ones here. We'll get to the winner shortly. What's your favourite and what are the chat rooms saying?
First of all, Stu, I think we have to say that I very much was in favour of the underdog last night because I've just looked up whilst you were talking where my favourite songs came. 11th, 12th, 13th, joint 14th for 3 of them, and 7th. Clearly, Dom, Gno, Perceptia, no. I think that's all we can say is basically, these were my favourites. I loved them. To be fair, I was listening to them back in the clip and I was thinking to myself, it's a bit Eurovision of the noughties, isn't it? But maybe that's just where my heart lies. So clearly, I don't necessarily have the best records when it comes to Serbian national finals. It was brilliant in terms of the variety. Absolutely loved it. The other standouts for me, really, I mean, Constructor, obviously, always going to be a standout. Never quite did get her song, to be fair, from a couple of years ago. This one more so. I liked it more. Maybe that was the kiss of death. And Zorja, great song, bit screechy. I think that's what I can say. All in all, fab semi-final. What have we got here? Donna says, no, was a safe Eurovision candidate. Their performance was very well executed. Sean says, why does Constructor keep bringing her housework into the studio? Next year, if she enters, she'll probably be shampooing the carpet.
That's a great idea, actually.
Constructor is recycling her staging on purpose. It's a bit of a meta commentary. We've also got Constructor is iconic. It was just too early for her to return. Obviously, praise for RTS. They have really, really, really stepped up their game. Dan says, again, the production of the Serbian national final was really professional. Donna, loved the whole contest, its production, loved the interaction between the stage hosts and green room hosts, has a good mix of styles and theatrics in presentation.
Thanks, Tom. Right, let's play the winner. The winner is a song called Ramonda by Taya. But before we get into it, just a little bit about the song. It won the televote last night. It came second in the jury, so by rights deserved to go to Eurovision. It's a song about renewal. It's a song about transformation. And it's a song about resilience. Let's play. And that's not it. Let's play it.
Poena za Ramondu. Zvanično uručenje pobedničke
I've never been more convinced of a Eurovision qualifier in my life. I just think it's a phenomenal song, perfect staging. It's ready to go, ready for Malmo. Elena, let's come back to you. How did you think that winner will do at Eurovision this year?
To be honest, I have no idea because we have like such a wide selection so far of songs. So I can't really pinpoint which one will work and which one won't. But this song was one of my favorites, so I'm happy that it won. But it does give me, I don't know if it's just me, but a little bit of Lorraine vibes. Maybe it's her looks or something, but I'm like, it looks a bit like Lorraine with that too. So I don't know if it's just me, but I hope she will do well. We'll see.
Andy, beautiful melody, beautifully performed, dark, moody, stormy staging. Passion and aggression on stage. What were your thoughts?
I'm a massive fan of people singing in their own language. In this case, I think she should sing in English because I think it's a song where the message needs to be understood. It's dark and sultry, and I'm not a great fan of it, if I'm absolutely honest. The video is fantastic. You need to check that out. The preview video for this song is really, really good. I do think that it would do a lot better than it will do otherwise if people could understand the message in this song.
Mick, this is going to be a different entry compared to a lot of songs at Eurovision. Do you think it'll stand out, and do you think they need to make any tweaks to it?
I think as a quieter song, it probably will stand out amongst all, as you say, the batshit crazy ones. I think, as you said, and other people have said, it's oven ready to go as it is. I think it's just unfortunate that this song was the one I scored the lowest. I hate it. I'm sorry. It's boring. I wrote down dull, and I can't get the hype for it. I just can't. So I think Serbia picked the wrong one for me, but I hope you do get through to the final. But no.
There you go. Mick proving that Eurovision is for everyone. There's a song for everyone in this selection. Thank you, Mick. Brendan, I think this is stunning. This is right up my street. I think the right winner won last night, if I'm being totally honest. Sounds like the chat room tend to agree. What are your thoughts?
Definitely my top three. I say I would have preferred Best Kvika, but absolutely stunning song. I think I disagree with Andy. I believe in Serbian, Croat-Serbian, it's better off there. I think it's fantastic in its own language. I don't really necessarily believe you have to change the language for everybody to understand it. I think she's got enough emotion and presence on the stage. I think it comes across very well. I absolutely love it. It is brilliant, and it's exactly what we want from our Balkan friends.
Thank you, Brendan. Tom, can you see this as a potential qualifier for Serbia this year amongst, as you say, and I quote, the batshit crazy entries?
I think this could stand out. I think it's a beautiful ballad. Yes, I'm sad and bitter that my entries didn't win, that I liked. I agree with Donna's comment here. In an odd way, it reminds me of Saudade.
Yes.
And I never thought that was going to qualify either.
But I love that,
so,
Tom. I love that.
Well,
I thought it was a fantastic entry for Portugal.
And to be fair, it's a song that did grow on me. Yeah, I think it's got potential. I think Serbia could be qualifying with this. Whether it's got enough at the grand final to get through, I'm not entirely sure. However, do you know what? Yeah, I'd see her qualify. I'd be happy if she was in the final. The chat room have been awash with comments. There's 387 of you lurking around there. And it would be lovely to hear from even more of you. I love the winner too. It has a very ethereal sound. For me, it has echoes of Celtic ballads. Anya, the winning song, is really beautiful. A good choice, Serbia. And Anita says it's a beautiful song. Little John, alas, not as great. It was 10th of my 10 favourites. Teodora deserved to win. This is from ESC Manga. Serbia's in the top 5 this year. Dan, I absolutely love Raimonda from Teodora. Such a beautiful song, going to bring so much to Eurovision as there are so many bangers. Reminds me so much of Bridges from last year. Very pleasant song. This is from Troy. Could be too plain. English might help, but who knows what's going to happen on the 7th of May. And I'll leave the final words to Vanya. I love it, and it touches my heart.
Oh, and I'll be honest, it gives me goosebumps, that song, as does a couple of them. So I think Serbia are onto a winner in my eyes, at least. We will say goodbye and see you very shortly. Thank you for watching. Arrivederci, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.